Chancellor Hall, President Gertler, Dean Christofferson, distinguished faculty and guests, elated parents, beaming graduates, greetings. Thank you, Dean Christofferson, for those incredibly nice remarks about my career. Thank you for exaggerating some of the achievements. If my mother were here today, she'd say, "That's my son." If my father were here today, he'd say, "Who the hell is she talking about?" I don't really believe that my father would have said that. What he might have said is, "Son, you got all the breaks." And as usual, he'd be right. 57 years ago today, almost today, I was sitting right over there with the W's to receive my Bachelor of Commerce degree from the University of Toronto. My mother and father and sister and my then girlfriend were sitting right over there. More on the girlfriend later. So I do know firsthand what you have all had to do to be sitting in Convocation Hall this afternoon. This is a day to enthusiastically and joyfully celebrate your considerable achievements. 57 years after receiving my BCom, what insights might I pass on to the Commerce class of 2025? First, I would like to express my deep gratitude to this amazing place, the University of Toronto, where all of you have spent 4 of the most formative years of your lives. You have had the benefit, the luxury actually, of being shaped for the rest of your lives by one of the leading educational institutions on the planet. Last year, this remarkable institution was ranked as the 10th best publicly funded university in the world. I've stayed in touch with a few of my classmates from the class of '68. A number of us went on to graduate school, and a few of my former classmates have told me that while grad school was great for learning, it did not come close to what they learned both inside and outside the lecture halls during their 4 years in commerce at University of Toronto. The U of T has played an immensely important role in my family history. For starters, my parents met at the University of Toronto. So if it weren't for the U of T, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you this afternoon. I wouldn't be standing anywhere this afternoon. My parents produced 3 children. My brother graduated from the U of T Medical School. My sister graduated from U of T's Victoria University and from the Faculty of Law across the street from Vic. And who did she meet at the law school and subsequently marry? Former U of T President Robert Pritchard. All of the people I have just mentioned are here today, sitting right behind me on the podium, all U of T grads. So now you understand my family's deep, deep roots in this institution. Secondly, tomorrow you will all begin your journey as young, energetic, wide-eyed, very well-educated business professionals. When I graduated in '68, jobs were plentiful for commerce grads. Excuse me. My goal was to land an entry-level position in investment banking at one of the Bay Street firms. But no one was hiring young investment bankers in 1968. Capital markets were soggy, and there wasn't much going on. So I compromised. I took a position as an equity research analyst at one of the firms. About 18 months later, markets had perked up, as they always do, and most of the firms were looking for young, entry-level investment bankers, recent grads who could occasionally get by on 3 or 4 hours sleep a night. An executive at one of the firms where I had interviewed a year and a half earlier said, "Whatever happened to that David Wilson whom we interviewed last year?" To make a long story short, I got a phone call, and shortly after that, a job offer, which I accepted with a big smile on my face. So I think there are at least 2 learnings from that little personal story. For sure, there'll be bumps in the road for you all, as there were for me. Be prepared to be flexible, persistent, and patient and good things will eventually come your way. Also, remember that every relationship that you develop in this very small country really matters. Always try to make a good impression, and people will remember you, and more good things will happen. Thirdly, I encourage each of you graduates today to consider spending some of your working life in the not-for-profit world, whether it be in government, service, healthcare, education, or community services. The opportunities are truly endless. You could do that as a volunteer while you're holding down a full-time job, or you could do what I did. After spending 35 years in the world of banking, the government of Ontario asked me if I would like to be CEO of its crown corporation, the Ontario Securities Commission. Excuse me. At the time of that offer, I was vice chair at Scotiabank, responsible for the bank's global wholesale businesses. I liked my job and was getting handsomely rewarded. But I was on the fence whether or not to accept the government of Ontario's offer. But a number of close friends and colleagues, some of whom are here today, convinced me to take the plunge. One of them said, "It's time to get out of your comfort zone, make a difference." Looking back, I'm delighted that I did. You would be amazed at the satisfaction you get from working in the not-for-profit sector. The commercial world is relatively uncomplicated. All roads lead to return on capital. In the not-for-profit world, setting priorities, creating and implementing solutions, and measuring results is vastly more complex. And there is no doubt whatsoever that non-commercial enterprises benefit greatly when the skills of capable people with business experience join in their efforts. Measures of success are different, but the disciplined application of sound business principles can be very effective in the not-for-profit sector. So to you grads, my strong recommendation is that you try to fit some time into your busy career schedules to serve in the non-commercial sector. You have the skills to make a big difference, and you will find it very rewarding. In closing, I am beyond gratified and honored to be receiving an honorary degree from this fabulous institution. A heartfelt thanks to all those family members, friends, colleagues who gave me advice, encouraged me, opened doors for me. Many of you are here today, and a very special thank you to my former girlfriend. She's sitting right over here. Who was here with me 57 years ago, my wonderful wife, Sheila, of 56 years. So thank you for your support over the years, my love. And thank you all for your support. Because of you, I got all the breaks, just like my father said. Thank you very much.